Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as promised, this is the tutorial of the eyeshadow for the video I posted last on my page. I'm also going to be showing a little bit of the skin work of the entire process, the entire look, but mostly the focus is going to be on my eyeshadow. So I cleaned the face, I hydrated using my Bcharm setting spray, and now I am moisturizing the face, especially under the eye. So really there's nothing new to my process, everything is still the same. Now I'm applying my oil control. To apply your oil control, you want to put it on your hand and massage it until the white cast fades off, and then apply it with your hands on the areas where she tends to produce oil. Next, I'm going in with my Power Seal from Missmetic. This is for controlling sweat and oil. They call it a sweat and oil snag. So that's what I'm going to be using to apply that for her face. Now for her foundation, I'm mixing my L'Oreal foundation with my V Beauty foundation. I am not matching the color of her face. I know that the foundation looks kind of light, but that's because her face is darker than her body. If you look at her neck and her shoulders, you'll see that the foundation I actually applied matches those areas than her face. So we want to make sure we match the areas of her body that tends to show more after the makeup, because if we had used a darker shade to match her face after the makeup, somebody will think that we made her dark, not knowing that we actually just followed her natural face color. But you can see how that blend just matches with the neck and the shoulder. Next, I'm going to be contouring. I'm starting from the tragus area.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
I'm using a foundation, a dark L'Oreal foundation, to just contour. I first of all blend out the cheek, then whatever is left I take it to the forehead. For my blush, I use my iMagic lip palette just on the apples of her cheek. Now for highlighting, I'm using my Beauty by AD concealers in those two shades. So I put the brightest color in the inner part of her eyes, and then I put the darker color around the outer part of her eyes, on her cupid's bow, her chin, and her forehead. To make my blending more easy, I also add foundation to the ends of the concealers. Adding foundation to those areas just helps to make your blending game easy. When you're blending under the eyes, you want to tell your client or your model to look up, just so that you can evenly spread those products well under the eyes. I'm going to be setting the under eyes. I want to make sure that immediately you're done blending, you just go over with your powder, just so there are no creases. I'm using the Merac setting powder in the shade Ginger to just set all the highlighted areas under the eyes, the nose, cupid's bow, chin, and the forehead, all the places we highlighted initially. Next, I'm going to be applying powder all over her face. You want to apply enough powder in such a way that even if you touch the face, they will not be transfer. You can see I put my hands on the face, and like the makeup did not shift even after I put. You want to make sure that you set the face with your compact powder in such a way that even if somebody tries to like hug and whatnot, it doesn't transfer. So we're basically just setting all the areas, including the contour and blush area, we're setting with powder. Now I'm going over with the same brush I used for the powder, but I'm contouring her face. So I contour the cheek, and then whatever is left, I just take it to the forehead. Now I am contouring her nose. I don't like to do liquid contour. I prefer to use powder contour. So I like to form a Y shape when I'm contouring the nose. I create my first branch that forms the Y and the second one, and then I take both lines down. When you're taking both lines down, what you need to know is that the lines should be close to each other. The farther you take them, the fatter the nose becomes, but the closer you take them, the slimmer the nose becomes. Now I'm adding my blush to the apples of her cheek, my powder blush. And now to just melt everything in, I'm going to be spraying the face.
The sun rays, and on we'll go.
I'm doing my reverse contour, that's adding setting powder after the contour, and then now I'm baking. Today I chose to do reverse contour on the tragus area. That's because I just want the face to be further snatched. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be applying my gel liner. This is from Beyond Beauty. I'm applying my gel liner to her eyelids, and then I'm just blending it out with a dense brush.
Sun, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by thunder sea.
You want to take your time and make sure it's well blended. Next, I'm going in with a red shade around her crease area, so just above where we applied that black gel liner. So I apply with a small blending brush. Now I go over with another blending brush, just so I diffuse any harsh line that other brush would have given the eyes. I'm doing the same thing too on the other side of the eyes.
Wastelands through the highways, and on we'll go.
Next, I'm going to be setting that gel liner. I'm going to be setting it with a black eyeshadow.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't
Now I'm smoking the under eye using a black eyeshadow, and then I went over with a red eyeshadow, the same thing we just did on the eye. To lift the eyes, I'm just going to go in with a bright powder on my beauty blender and create a slanted line. This just gives an illusion of us lifting the face, like she just had a facelift done.
wastelands through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
Next, I'm adding pigments to the inner corner of her eyes. I just noticed that this goes really well with smoky eyes. So if you want your eyeshadow to pop, you could leave it the way it was before then, but if you want that extra pop, you can just add that pigment to the inner corner. Now I'm adding my glitter glue because I feel like adding more shine to the eye. I went over with this color. Next, I went over with like a purplish color. I just wanted to try something different than my usual everyday eyeshadow, and I really love the outcome, especially this purple glitters I put. I feel like it just made the whole difference. Now I'm adding glitter glue just to the lower middle point of her lid, and I'm going to be adding a golden pigment, and that's about it for pigments. Next, I'm going to be lining the bottom using my blue pencil from Merac Cosmetics. Honestly, I don't even know why Merac Cosmetics just stopped. Like, they happen to be, like, in my opinion, one of the best brands in Nigeria, and I really don't know why they just stopped producing when everybody was already falling in love with their products. Oh well, I hope they settle whatever differences and just come back and keep producing us good products. Next, I fixed the lashes.
The highways, and on we'll go.
Next, I'm going to be dusting off the under eyes. I just really love this eyeshadow look. I feel like it just, it can go for literally almost anything. If you want to go for like a party, if you want to go for like a wedding, if you are also the bride, it can also serve you. The eyeshadow is just giving my own opinion, and I'm just filling her face with the setting spray just so everything melts in evenly. I'm adding volume to her lashes with my mascara, and now I'm going over with like a glitter liner under her lashes just so it can be reflecting through. I don't know, I just really love the effect it gives. Now I'm applying cheek glaze on the apples of her cheek.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
And I'm highlighting the cheek, the bridge of the nose, the cupid's bow, the chin, and the forehead.
Through the highways, and on.
Next, I'm going to be doing her lips. First, I'm using my Beyond Beauty lip stain in the shade 38 to just line her lips. While I'm lining, I'm blending as well. You want to make sure that your lines are precise. You don't want to have shaky hands while you're doing your lip.
Hold me close.
It's just the same thing with the brows. And like I always give tips, if you want to get a precise line, try not to breathe while you are drawing that line, because I noticed that breathing has a way of affecting your shoulder movement, and your hands are connected to your shoulder. So definitely if your hands are shaking, you know you're not going to get a perfect line. So you want to make sure you hold your breath a little while you're trying to get precise line.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
Now I went over with another Beyond Beauty lip stain.
Through the wastelands, through the highways,
and lastly I went in with my Zaron lip stain in the shade Blondie 15, and I'm just applying that to just the middle, and I'm blending it up. Next I'm applying clear gloss, just the brown part, and then for the middle part I'm applying a pink color gloss. Actually added the Super lip gloss around the middle of her lip. Lastly, I'm just going to be spraying her face with a locking spray. And now I'm just going to be tying Lily for my model. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful tutorial as much as I created it. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.
through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And